I've been using PostScan Mail for about 3 months now, and if you've been looking at virtual mailboxes or seen their ads but are still unsure, I totally get the hesitation. There was one thing about the speed that caught me off guard, and nobody really tells you about it beforehand. But before I get into that specifically, if you do end up signing up, just use the link I put below. It got me the lowest price available anywhere, and it'll help you a lot. So the first week or two, I kept refreshing the dashboard, waiting for mail to show up, and it wasn't instant. Some days it showed the same day, other times it took up to 3 days to see the envelope scan. Once I figured out which location processed faster, everything became way more predictable. I started using it because I move around a lot for work. I got tired of changing my address every few months and missing important letters. It's a real pain. But with this, setup was straightforward. I chose a Florida address, uploaded my ID, filled out the USPS form, and my account was live in about 2 days. The first piece of mail that came in was a credit card statement. I got the notification, logged in, hit open and scan, and had the PDF about 10 minutes later. That part felt smooth. Wasn't sure about was whether my bank would accept the address or not. I called before, switching it over, and they confirmed it was fine as long as it wasn't a PO box. I also worried about something important getting mixed up. To be safe, I let junk mail come through first just to see how it worked. Biggest thing I felt almost immediately was less stress. I didn't need to be in one specific place when mail arrived, and I could check everything from my laptop anywhere I was. It also stopped paper from piling up. Anything I needed got scanned, and I shredded the rest through the app. Forwarding packages helped too. I had a contract that needed a signature, forwarded it to where I was, staying that week, and it showed up about 4 days later. What surprised me was how much easier it made handling multiple addresses. Personal mail and business email used to be split up, and now it all lives in one dashboard. Now, being able to search instead of digging through envelopes was just another huge win. There was a couple of times when processing took a bit longer than I wanted. I had a tax document I needed quickly, and it took multiple days to scan, which was super frustrating. But once I understood the timing, it stopped bothering me as much. You can adjust yourself for these things. So I also changed how I forwarded things. Waiting until I had a few items and sending them together saved me on shipping. Now, customer support was solid when I needed it. I had a billing issue that didn't make sense, messaged them, and it got fixed pretty quickly. The mobile app works, but I mostly stick to the desktop site. It's just easier to see everything at once and handle bulk actions. Now, the biggest mental shift was realizing this isn't email. It's still physical mail that has to arrive somewhere and get scanned by a person. So it makes sense that the timing is not always the same, I guess. The Florida location I picked has been pretty consistent, and that made a big difference. Now, I did run into one situation where a company questioned the virtual address. After explaining it and providing documentation, they did end up accepting it without any issues. Now, it's just part of my routine, but I check my mail inbox once or twice a week, and if something important shows up, I handle it immediately. Not perfect, but for how often I move, it's been worth keeping, and these things will only get better as we go. So if you want the simplest setup and don't want to deal with address changes again and again, then the link below is the fastest way to get it running without paying more than you need to.